Hello everyone, and welcome to another art tutorial with Udo Creatives. In this video, we're going to show how to draw a leprechaun using line drawing and watercolor. We will do this in a 4-step process. Step 1 will show how to represent the leprechaun outline using compound shapes. Step 2 will build on Step 1 to add more details to the leprechaun. Step 3 will show my base watercolor layer. Step 4 will build on Step 3 to add more watercolor details. Stay tuned for this fun video like no other. Now on to Step 1. We will work on the outline for the sketch here. Sketches are important as they create the foundation of your work. It allows you to experiment with different character forms and designs. Follow closely as I show the outline version of our leprechaun here. For this, I am using an F graphite pencil. You can see the hat, body pose, clothes, shoes and a round object on the left. This represents a pot of gold. Now on to Step 2. Step 1 gave us a basic outline for our sketch. So, using that as a reference, we can sketch out some more details. You can draw Step 2 on your Step 1, but I have chosen to separate them out for clarity. It also means that I will not have to erase as much. Starting with the head, leprechauns have beards and so I have slightly changed the chin shape to represent this. On the hat, I have put a strap and buckle. Next, I am adding the beard. I want my leprechaun to have pointy ears, so I have added that. Now I am sketching my pot of gold. Notice the tiny detail of fingers holding it this time. Next, I will sketch the jacket. Notice how the body shape matches Step 1. Next, I will sketch the other hand. Again, notice the fingers being added. Next, the shorts. Notice how there is the seam now. For the shoes, I have made them pointier than before. I am also adding stripes to my socks. The shoes also now have buckles. Now I can add details to the leprechaun face. We'll start with the eyes, then eyebrows, then nose, then mouth. Don't worry too much about how detailed it looks at this point. Next, let us add buttons to the shirt. Our pencil sketch is now complete. We can now outline this sketch to form the next layer of our work. For the outline, I will be using a Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen. Follow closely as I outline our sketch here. You can see how my pen outline improves the details already. It also allows me to add even more visible details than the pencil. For example, my pot of gold looks more like a pot of gold than before. I like using this Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen because I can erase the bottom pencil layers without any smudging. Now we can move to step 3. Here, we will focus on painting. Again, you can do this directly on your step 2 outline, but I have separated it for clarity. I will quickly get back to where I was on step 2. And then, we can dive right into coloring our leprechaun using watercolor. As you can see, I added a walking stick. Nothing special to it, just a couple of lines. Anyways, let us jump into the painting. I will be using a tiny brush here as it gives me the precision I need. I'm first going to wet my tiny brush. Keep an eye on how often I wet my brush. Now I'm painting the hat and shirt green because leprechauns are associated with green. But you can use whatever color you want. To show this, I will use a blue theme as well on my leprechaun. We will start with deep blue for the shorts and shoes. Notice the precision I am getting from my tiny brush. Brush size is extremely important. For the sock stripes, I will go with sapphire blue. Again, use whatever colors you are okay with. Art is all about expression. For the jacket, I will use cobalt blue. Remember to stay within your outlines. Next, let's work on the hair and beard. These will be the same color. I will start by cleaning my brush. Leprechaun hair and beards are typically a shade of red, brown, or orange. Here, we will go with burnt sienna. For the hat strap and my pot, let's go with deep purple. For the skin, I have combined lavender and burnt sienna to give me a tea rose shade. For my gold, hat and shoes buckles and buttons, I mixed burnt sienna and yellow to form ochre. Now, we can move to step 4. This is our final step. The entire point of this step is to add details such as shadows and highlights using our watercolor and pen. As usual, you can do this directly on your step 3 outline, but I have separated it for clarity. I will quickly get back to where I was on step 3. In this part, I will use the same colors as earlier, but I will introduce some dark tones in my mixture, as you will see. This will give shadowy effects. For the shirt, I am creating shadows using a darker green. I created this darker tone by adding more pigment to my original green mix. For the socks, I am creating shadows by using a lighter version of my sapphire blue along the vertical axis. For the shoe and shorts, I am creating shadows by mixing my darker toned green with my deep blue. For the pot, I created the shadow by using a darker purple. Again, I created this darker tone by adding more pigment to my original deep purple mix. For the face and hands, I created the shadow by using a jasper shade. I created this darker tone by adding more burnt sienna pigment to my original tea rose mix. Now, I will add some final touches with my pens. First, I will use my Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen to deepen some of the outlines. Finally, I will use my Jelly Roll 08 white pen to add some highlights around my subject. And there we have it. A leprechaun drawn using pencil and pens for line sketching, and watercolor for coloring. Remember that practice is key to improving on your art journey, so do not feel discouraged if you do not get it right the first time. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to always start out with a simplified sketch to see what designs you can experiment with. Please like this video and subscribe to Udo Creatives for more art content.